Chancellor Angela Merkel finally chooses coalition partners, and how significant was it that AfD got 13.9%?
Well, through the immediate reaction of the Social Democratic Party, her current coalition partner, not to join a government and not to be open for discussions on the formation of a new government, she basically only has one realistic choice, i.e. to form a coalition with the Free Democrats and the Green Party. So in that sense, at least for the first stage, it's pretty clear that she will attempt to form a government with those two parties.
What does it mean that the Social Democrats are now in opposition? What does it mean actually for more Europe integration? And we can talk even about Eurobonds and anything like that.
Yeah, so I think at first glance, obviously, the fact that very likely the Free Democrats will join the government instead of the very pro-European Social Democrats, that is a priori something that will make deeper fiscal and bank system integration more challenging. On the other side, the Greens will define their position. They, if you look at their platform, they are not very outspoken on all the fiscal unity, bank union topics yet, but they will certainly form an opinion on that. And the outcome, I think, is highly uncertain at the moment.
George, wonderful to speak to you today, with you being at Goldman Sachs back many decades, as was Alex Vidal before she went to Allianz. I believe she was at Goldman Sachs. Did you work with her at Goldman Sachs ages ago?
No, she was only very, very briefly just out of university.
That's what I thought. But I find fascinating the economics of this right-left debate. Who is part of the AfD in Germany? How do you perceive the economics or income distribution of their support?
Well, the first demographics show that they won 1.2 million of their voters from the non-voting base from last time. They gained about 1 million voters from Merkel's party and about 500,000 each from the Social Democrats and the Left Party. They were much more successful on the former East German parts of the country, and they were also successful in the traditional industrial heartland, North Rhine-Westphalia. The city of Gelsenkirchen was often quoted yesterday, where they had strong votes, and they were also quite strong in Bavaria of the states. That's where they, in the old West Germany, where they got their strongest results.
Do you equate the AfD as a one-off moment, or is it the beginning of a new institutional right party? Is it maybe like something like conservatives in America, or is it a one-off, maybe as Madame Le Pen would be perceived in France?
It's very, very hard to evaluate that. The reaction certainly from the CDU and the CSU was that they will attempt to make it a one-off.
Sure.
I mean, the quote was not to allow any party to the right of the Christian Democratic Union. Hopefully that will be true, but it's very hard to evaluate at the moment. I mean, it is a very, very non-uniform party, which has very, very right-wing extreme components of it. So in that sense, it's unclear how that evolves. And certainly, I would say the consensus is that there is hope in Germany that will be only a one-off event.